Hello there, and welcome back to Hermitcraft. After the fantastic job that JC did, finishing off this Mesa, and now that we've paid our debts, it's a very special episode today because we are going to be building out the road and the very first building in our Wild West town here. So that building, I will let you know what it is later, so don't go anywhere and make sure you keep watching, but let's get on with the video. The first thing that we have to do around here obviously is tidy up and fill in the last little bit. So I'm going to go around now and pick up all of these wonderful trader heads. Pained they are, really. Pick up all of these cobblestone blocks, and yeah, then I can fill in that final chunk and clear out all of the rest of the stuff left in the blocks, just to give us a full look at this total area. So yeah, let's get on with that and I'll show you once it's all done. After a fair bit more grinding, because it did take quite a long time to actually do this extra section here and to fill in around the edges and smooth things over, and I also ran out of sand, so needed to go and get some more. The Mesa section is now complete, so we have it right the way from over here, and our little settlement there right the way over here. So although this is a blank canvas at the moment, once I've worked out where the road is going to go, and I'm thinking somewhere along this line here, maybe about here, potentially for the main road, possibly a bit further across. Yeah, coming from about here and going across. Then we're going to have a couple of paths coming off it. I've got some ideas of what to do, and then sort of pretty much central here we're going to have the sheriff's office, which is going to be the first building that we're going to be making. You can't have a new town with no law, can you? So just making that is going to be the first order of business, and once we've got that, we can make sure that you don't get any pillager patrols or anything like that, any baddies, any ginger ninjas or people just hanging around the area without somewhere to appropriately lock them up. So that's going to be the next thing. But yeah, just give one final, if I can take off. Here we go. One final flyover of this. I will be expanding the Mesa over time to sort of cover this area as well. Eventually round all the way as far as this. Speaking of a pillager patrol, there is one. They're everywhere here. This is actually, as you'll see here, I just killed 2 pillager patrols, and now there's a third here. They just spawn literally all over the shop. So let's take these guys out. And if I can wait for him to burn, hopefully. And there's another bannerman over there. So yeah, this is at least 2 more pillager patrols. I'll do one. I'll get rid of Bad Omen in a second. But yeah, these are spawning almost constantly. So it's going to be quite fun when we've got the area in place, because once we have got it in place, there'll be constant attacks. So it'll be nice to have have the law in place to sort of take care of that. But yeah, these guys all over the place. We'll probably see another one soon. But really happy with how the Mesa is looking now. I will be prettifying it around the town itself. So that's one thing that I'll be doing. At the moment, it is just a very, very flat and very, very blank area, and that's mainly for the town planning aspect, so that I can work out exactly where I want the road system to go, and I will put the entire basically road system and then build the different buildings and things across there. Thank you also for all of the suggestions in the description, in the comments rather, around the different buildings that you think I should build. I did in the end go for like I say, the sheriff's office, just to make sure that there was a bit of law and order around the new building. I don't know why I can't take off. There we go. Let's come over here and sleep the night away in our little tent. Perfect. So I just came over here because there was a cow up here so that I could get some milk to get rid of that bad omen. I just want to show you something. So there we have 2 pillager patrols just chilling on this mountain here. They are all over the place here. Seriously, as you can see, there's this one here, and this one's a big patrol. Look at them. It's almost like that there is an outpost here, but there isn't. There's no outpost. Be gone, all of you. Luckily you can't get up. Aha. And how are you not dropping heads? Some of these have got some pretty bad bows as well. Oh. More bad omen. Die. Die. Die! All of you. Haha. Yeah, look at all of them. I mean, they're just... banners everywhere. XP now for me to go and collect. But there's just loads of them. And they seem to constantly be spawning. So they really like something about this area. So yeah, really good job that we have got a sheriff's office coming, because this town needs some law and order. And here's another one. Just after I've drunk some milk, here is another one. Everywhere. As soon as you step into these here hills, and there's one up there. Just all over the shop. They're literally on these mountains, just spawning constantly. And now I need to use you again, Betsy, to get myself some milk. Make sure I get rid of that pesky bad omen. Always carry a bucket. That's what I say. Always carry a bucket. I'm heading down the east tunnel at the moment to spawn because I realised that there's a couple of different types of wood that I very much don't have, and I will need for building my my sheriff's building. So I'm gonna do a visit for the lumbering pig. However, not for Zenda, which is normal, for the first time to actually buy some wood. And I may need to speak to Mr. Pigglesworth about getting a bulk delivery. Here we are. So first thing I'll need to do is get some diamonds. Very low on these blue shiny things, thanks to having to pay JC, but definitely worth every diamond. Let's see, get the diamonds out from here. And we need some acacia, and we need some acacia logs. So let's get a couple of stacks of these. 1, 2. Let's make it 3 actually. 3 stacks of acacia. Yeah, 4 just to be safe. And then we also need some jungle. Jungle. Where are you, jungle? Here we go. So let's get a couple of stacks. There's less jungle that I need. But let's get 3 anyway, just to be safe. And got birch, got oak, dark oak. That's the jungle. Do I need any jungle saplings? No, I think I'm fine. Clearly got dark oak because there's loads next to it. Stairs. Do I want stairs from... There's no spruce stairs. Do I want stairs from Wilbur? No, to be honest, I'll just craft them from the wood. So yeah, that 7 stacks should do. Hello, Zenda. You got any special offers? No special offers. Don't need another mending book. No, definitely don't. And then don't need any rockets at the moment because I did buy some gunpowder from Stina recently. So I'll have that all under control. I think that's it. I am looking forward to the elf shop opening up again shortly so I can get myself an elf. But yeah, that's it for me in the shopping district, the shopping area. Let's just check my alpha mail. Oh dear. Oh dear, JC, what have you done to me? No mail for me, but... Oh dear. whilst I'm on my way back, because I haven't had a look at this in person yet, I will come through here to the wonderful job that Dramer Smith did in creating this little entranceway to the coral reef. Yeah, so brilliant work, Dramer. I think this looks fantastic. I love the way that you've got the little water pools there. They look great with the corals underneath there, because obviously no water in the nether. And yeah, just this looks fantastic. Obviously, personally, I don't really have any reason to use that entryway for the coral reef, but just wanted to check it out because I'd seen it in the videos and it really does look lovely. Back to the base now. I thought I'd check this out because I did just fly straight past my base entrance, because this tunnel's now been extended. It used to stop just before my base, so it was like, oh, I'll just fly through the tunnel and then turn into where my base is. But now yeah, it goes on well before, so well beyond even, so didn't go the right distance, went miles past in fact. And here we are, my lovely, incredibly nice looking entranceway to my base. Well, I'm just quietly setting out the main street and the other street, and look who turns up. Yet another patrol. Come on, guys. Let's have ya. Boom, 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 boom. You can go and give me bad. Why aren't you dropping heads? Could at least give me some heads. Ah, well. I don't know where the XP went either. Not much XP. Still, yeah, yet another patrol. All over the place. All over the place. As you can see from the banner I just put down over there, another set of these wonderful pillager patrols. I don't know what they're doing with the spawning on these, but I may. Yeah, still no heads. I was hoping they'd drop some heads because these guys could be some quite good residents, but no, not even. They're too rude to even do that. So there we go. There's number 2 since I've been doing this, and that's probably no more than about 10 minutes. 10 minutes. We'll keep them here. Keep them here. Oh dear. I've now finished Main Street of the new town with a couple of extra bits here, and as well as doing that, as we go past our little campsite, I've also been round the edge and filled in a little bit more of the Mesa biome just to give it a proper backdrop here. So now when we start to build the buildings, and I'll just land. Woo. There we go. It will give a bit more of a better backdrop. So eventually I will finish off all of this in the terracotta, but there's still quite a bit of terracottering to do up there as well. And I will probably change the shape of these as well. So yeah, looking to work out exactly what I want to do with that. So I don't want to build it up too high in case I have to tear it all down. But yeah, happy with how this has gone. Got a nice wide street here. I'll just fly back up in the air. Show you this a bit better before it gets dark. Yeah, a nice wide street, just a combination of quartz, dirt, a bit of podzol, and then some concrete and concrete powder, and then also some bits that I've completely missed. Here we go. Let's fill those in, and yeah, that's now done. And now I'm going to go to bed so that no beasties come out. I've now marked out the area that's going to be covered by this. So we've got an 11 by 9, I believe it is. 11 by 9, and then we've got an extra bit for the jailhouse because obviously that needs to be made out of stone so that the criminals or the raiders can't escape. So I'm now going to kick off a bit of a time lapse for you to show me building this, and then we're going to do the interior. I've just headed back over to the base very quickly just to show you a little trick that you can use to make the most out of your dye. So over here we've got some brown sheep here who we're going to shear, and if we shear one of these guys, then that has actually given us it gives you between 1 and 3 wool, and that sheep will now regrow as brown. Now, as you can see, it's regrowing there, and we can get some more wool from it. What you can do, and what you should do, is if you need a lot of a particular colour, just come round before you shear your sheep and dye them all. Because each sheep only takes a single dye. Didn't mean to get on my horsey. Yeah, each sheep only takes a single dye in order to actually dye it. However, if you can get, like as you saw there, 3 wool from that, then it's actually the same amount of dye that it takes to dye 1 piece of wool. So rather than shearing lots of white sheep and dyeing that, just dye the sheep brown, shear those sheep, and then you can dye them white again for when if you need white wool. But yeah, basically just dye them all before you actually shear them, and it gives you a much better return on what you're actually looking to get hold of. So here I need a lot of brown wool for something that I will show you in a minute. So I'm just going to dye all of my sheep here, and because I'm getting bone meal, I can quite easily turn these guys back white again. So let's just finish shearing these guys and then go inside and sleep because it's about to get dark. Come on, sheepies, out of the way. But yeah, now these guys will grow brown wool whenever they refill their wool from the eating. And now I've got a load of the brown wool that we needed, which I'm going to actually use for signs, so that's good. I will pop this this set of shears in here ready to use in the future. As you can see, I've got loads of bone meal, and I will dye those later. I've got as much brown wool as I need for now, and let's head inside and get a bit of rest. Another little tip for you when you're making banners is that make sure you work out what letters you need beforehand, because it's much cheaper to just put a banner in and you get the free ink and dye to actually recreate this banner. So you can then shift click and get the duplications that you need of the different letters in order to actually get all the banners that you need without then needing to re-dye everything and spend more time in the loom. So again, just make the most of your dye, make the most of your sheep, and then you can get the most out of your resources. As you can see, the sheriff's office is now complete, along with the jailhouse next to it. But before we go in and I show you this, I think that there needs to be a bit of a change. That's better. But there's something still not quite right. Let me just... 1 second. For too long, this has been a lawless place. For too long, pillager patrols have ravaged the fair citizens of Alphacraft. People have been offering money, diamonds, for people to die. And now, one man has taken it upon himself to rid this land of its lawless nature. One man, Sheriff 80. Howdy, y'all. That's much better. Can't quite put my finger on what's changed, but something has made me feel much more like a Wild West sheriff now. So, with that being said, let's go and have a look at my my new offices and my new home, basically. So of course we've got this lovely wooden veranda out the front that we're going to be able to sit out on and survey the rest of the town whenever we would like. And then when we come inside, here we have the office, basically. So we've got our book where we can keep details of the lawbreakers and the baddies within the area. We've got a nice bureau here, some storage there. Of course, we've got a nice little furnace to keep ourselves warm in those cold Wild Western winters. And then here we've got a couple of cells, so any pesky raiders, people who need locking up can get locked up in here. There is a button on the door on the outside, but not on the inside. So once they're in, they're in. No means of escape. And then coming upstairs, we've got our basic sleeping area. So we've got a nice little, just a basic bed. I mean, the job is the thing that I'm here to do. So I don't need anything fancy, just the basics, and then just a desk so that I can work on some of these papers. Views out both sides over what will be the town. And then, of course, a nice seat here as well, so that we can look down this street over towards the other area of the base. So yeah, really love how this has turned out in the end. Let me know in the comments if you like it as well. One other little thing that we've got in here is, because it just didn't fit in with the theme, we've got up here just an ender chest. So we've still got access to an ender chest up there. And then obviously everything that you could need, some storage, some furnaces so that I can smelt some stuff, a stone cutter, a crafting bench. Yeah, pretty much all that I could need. So yeah, really happy with how this has turned out. I think it's a really good start to the town itself. I didn't want anything to be too narrow. A lot of the towns that I've seen that people have built in Minecraft in the past are just too narrow. You want a nice big street so you can get your horses, and yeah, those can be obviously tethered up here on the fences at the edge, and really pleased. The sheriff is in town. And now there's one more thing that needs to be done. You can't have a sheriff's office without having an entrance to the town and a name for the town. So I'm now going to go and work on that. So we now have a name and an appropriate entrance for our town. And our town is going to be called Deadwood. Yes, because pretty much all of the buildings are going to be built out of Deadwood. So yeah, double meaning, but yeah, Deadwood is our town. I hope you like how it's going so far. Please do let me know in the comments what buildings you'd like to see next along the main street. I have got a big long list from some of the suggestions from you guys in the past, so thank you very much for that. Do keep them coming, really appreciate that. Also, what you need to do as good members of the community, you need to make sure you let me know of any inappropriate behaviour happening on the server. I've heard, for example, that there is scalping going on, whereby certain alphas, not to name any names, are trying to get hold of other alphas' heads. And yeah, we need to bring law and order to this server. So make sure you do let me know in the description. Obviously leave a like and a comment for me on anything that you'd like about this video. I hope that you have enjoyed so far the creation of the first building and the entrance and the road. Quite a lot done in this episode, to be honest. Quite a lot of progress made, and yeah, it's paved the way just for a lot more builds in the future. So with that being said, thank you very much for watching. Please do make sure you check out all of the other alphas. All of their details are in the description beneath. Make sure you do leave a like, a comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time on Hermitcraft. Bye y'all.